Did you know that the average millionaire has 7 streams of income? Most of these income streams are passive, meaning they generate money by the minute with minimal work and attention. This is in stark contrast to the average person, who gets most of their money from their active 9-to-5 grind. Now, luckily for us regular folks, cryptocurrency has opened the door to dozens of passive income streams via staking. Nearly $200 billion of cryptocurrency is currently being staked, generating some serious passive income for hundreds of thousands of people. Today, I'm going to tell you about a few of this year's top staking cryptocurrencies that you can use to get one step closer to generating income like a billionaire. Pardon the pause, but this video has a clause. I'm not a financial advisor, as I hope you can see. Financial advice costs money, and this video's for free. This information is purely to feed your brain, so consult your financial advisor before you put your wallet under strain. If you're new to the Bureau of the Coin, my name is Guy, and I think moon boys are annoying. That's why I make the highest quality crypto content you'll find on the tube. Crypto coins, tokens, exchanges, tools, and news. I do it for the knowledge and not just for the views. If you're sold, subscribe to the channel and ping that notification bell if you're feeling bold. Timestamps are tucked in the video timeline, so feel free to skip to the topics that tickle your mind. Just remember that watching the whole way through will help this video get exposure to others like you. That's enough introduction. Let's dive into these staking coins and see how they function. Before you stake, it's probably a good idea to understand what staking actually is. There are technically 2 types of staking in cryptocurrency. The first is staking on a proof-of-stake blockchain. This is where validator nodes lock up cryptocurrency to process transactions on the blockchain and earn transaction fees and block rewards as payment for this service. This is analogous to mining on a proof-of-work blockchain, except that your chances of mining a crypto are proportional to how much you've staked rather than how much computing power you have. Some proof-of-stake blockchains allow delegation, which is where users who want to stake but do not wish to run a validator node themselves can essentially lend their crypto to a validator node. Many proof-of-stake blockchains have economic incentives built in to prevent a single validator or group of validators from corrupting the network. These include reducing staking rewards once a certain amount of crypto has been staked on a single node, and punishing validators who try to corrupt the network. This punishment is called slashing and usually involves burning part of a validator's staked crypto. Sometimes this slashing can affect users who have delegated their stakes to a misbehaving validator. The speed, security, low cost, and low environmental impact of proof-of-stake blockchains has made them very popular, and there are dozens of proof-of-stake cryptocurrencies on the market. The second type of staking cryptocurrency involves locking a coin or token on centralized or decentralized platforms and protocols. Rather than securing a proof-of-stake blockchain, this staked cryptocurrency earns rewards from lending, liquidity provision, or yield farming. With cryptocurrency lending, the reward comes from the interest paid by borrowers. With liquidity provision, the reward comes from the trading fees on the trading pair you are providing liquidity for on a decentralized exchange. With yield farming, the reward usually comes from a combination of liquidity provision and additional tokens given by the decentralized application being used. Sometimes these rewards can be extremely lucrative, but they're not nearly as stable as the staking rewards you earn on proof-of-stake blockchains. These types of crypto staking also carry a higher risk, since they typically involve using decentralized applications that tend to be less secure than the blockchains they're built on. This risk is amplified when you stake your cryptocurrency using a centralized party, such as a cryptocurrency exchange or a centralized application. The primary advantage to these types of staking is that they can often be done using stablecoins, which do not fluctuate in value like proof-of-stake cryptocurrencies. Just so you know, the proof-of-stake cryptos I'll be discussing today are those that I believe will do the best by the end of the year when you combine staking rewards with their potential price increase. If you want to learn more about those alternate forms of cryptocurrency staking, you can watch my video about passive income in crypto using the link in the top right. When it comes to proof-of-stake cryptocurrencies, one of the best on the market is Polygon's Matic. Formerly known as the Matic network, Polygon is the most popular Layer 2 scaling solution for Ethereum. It co-hosts some of Ethereum's most popular decentralized applications, such as Decentraland and Aave, and currently holds over $3 billion of user funds in these dApps. The Matic token is used to secure Polygon's blockchain, specifically the proof-of-stake checkpoint layer, which creates snapshots of the sidechain and submits them to the Ethereum blockchain. Matic staking rewards range from 520% per year to 5.2% per year, depending on the total amount of Matic being staked, and this reward currently sits at around 19% per year. Matic can be staked using the Matic Network web wallet, and this can be done as a validator or a delegator. In both cases, you will require a browser extension wallet like MetaMask and some ETH for gas fees. The minimum stake is 1 Matic for both roles, and any staked Matic has an unlocking period of 9 days. Setting up a validator node is quite simple, but it's not recommended because the Matic chain has a limit of 100 validators, and the likelihood of being chosen depends on multiple factors besides your stake. As such, delegating your Matic to one of the existing validators will be your best bet. Just be sure to take note of the commission charged by validators before choosing one to delegate to. Also be aware that there are slashing penalties for misbehaving nodes, so make sure to do a bit of research on the validator you're eyeing to see if they're legit before you send any Matic their way. If you want to stake Matic but don't have any, you can find it on reputable exchanges like Coinbase and Binance. Now there is a lot more to Polygon than I've covered here, so I'll leave a link to my full review from a few weeks ago in the description below. Another top-of-the-line proof-of-stake cryptocurrency is Terra's Luna. Terra is a cryptocurrency project that makes it possible to create stablecoins that are backed by cryptocurrency. Now, how Terra works is outside the scope of this video, but the short of it is that Terra stablecoins can be exchanged for Luna at their proper rate. So, for example, 1 UST can be exchanged for $1 of Luna. If Terra's UST stablecoin falls below $1 US, this gives incentives to traders to buy that cheap UST and swap it for $1 worth of Luna for a profit. This buying pressure pushes UST back to its proper value. Terra's UST stablecoin is the cornerstone of its ecosystem, which includes a synthetic stock trading protocol called Mirror and a stable staking protocol called Anchor. Both of these protocols have seen serious adoption, and UST has consequently been the fastest growing stablecoin in percentage terms in recent months. Besides collateralizing stablecoins, Luna is used for staking on Terra's proof-of-stake blockchain, and Luna staking rewards are stable at around 12% per year. Staking Luna as a validator is extremely difficult, and the threshold is quite high, given that only the top 100 validators with the largest stakes can earn rewards. At the time of shooting, this would require a minimum of $20 million worth of Luna staked by you and/or your delegators. Unless you've got lots of friends or that sort of money lying around, you'll have to delegate your Luna to one of those 100 validators, and this can be done using the Terra Station desktop terminal. All staked and delegated Luna is subject to a 21-day unlocking period, and as with Polygon, delegation rewards on Terra vary based on the validator's commission. There is no minimum stake for delegation, but there is one important thing to remember. Terra's validators are subject to strict slashing conditions, which also extend to delegated stakes. In contrast to Polygon, these conditions include downtime and failing to vote on a network upgrade. If you're looking to get your hands on some Luna, you can find it on Binance and Bittrex. If you want to learn more about Terra, Mirror, or Anchor, you can watch my video about them using the link in the top right. The next proof-of-stake cryptocurrency is one of my personal favorites, and that is Polkadot's DOT. Polkadot is one of Ethereum's top competitors, which is no surprise given that its founder, Dr. Gavin Wood, also co-founded Ethereum and played a critical role in Ethereum's development. Polkadot's architecture is eerily similar to that of Ethereum's upcoming 2.0 upgrade, which also uses a proof-of-stake consensus mechanism. DOT is one of the top 10 cryptocurrencies by market cap, and this is despite the fact that Polkadot has yet to plug in the parachains that will power its massive ecosystem. Like Polygon, staking rewards for DOT vary based on how much DOT is being staked, and the current annual return is about 14% per year. Like Terra, setting up a validator node on Polkadot is quite complex and requires a massive stake to make the cut. Right now, the minimum stake to become a validator is around $40 million worth of DOT. Polkadot's equivalent of delegation is something called nomination. Unfortunately, becoming a nominator on Polkadot is also quite tedious. Besides the complicated setup, nomination requires a minimum stake of nearly 300 DOT, which is worth nearly 12 grand at the moment. If you plan on nominating, you can start by downloading the Polkadot.js browser extension wallet, and I'll leave a full tutorial in the video description for the rest. Just keep in mind that any staked DOT has a lengthy unlock period of 28 days. Rewards also vary depending on validator commissions, and there is a risk that your validator could get slashed. If you need to bag some DOT, you can get it on Binance and Kraken. If you're not down to stake DOT or don't meet the minimum requirements, consider using that DOT to participate in Polkadot's upcoming parachain slot auctions. You can learn all about those using that handy link hanging in the top right corner. Binance's BNB coin is another proof-of-stake cryptocurrency that you've probably heard a lot about lately. Binance is the world's largest cryptocurrency exchange, and BNB plays an integral role in its various products, services, and platforms. One of these is the Binance Smart Chain, a centralized clone of Ethereum that has seen an explosion in users and total value locked since it launched last September. This might have to do with the fact that Binance has been feeding millions of dollars and users into dApps on the Binance Smart Chain. Fun fact, the Binance Smart Chain uses a special proof-of-stake consensus mechanism called Proof of Authority that was developed by none other than Dr. Gavin Wood. BNB staking rewards on the Binance Smart Chain can be as high as 30% per year. The caveat is that these staking rewards are not stable, as they come from transaction fees alone. Becoming one of the 21 active validators on the Binance Smart Chain is no easy task, and it also requires a minimum stake of BNB that works out to around $15 million at the time of shooting. On the bright side, there is no minimum stake to delegate BNB to these validators, and the unstaking period is only 7 days. BNB delegation can be done by using the Binance Chain Wallet browser extension in conjunction with the Binance Chain staking website. Again, note that validators have varying commissions for delegators. While the Binance Smart Chain does have slashing, in the event that a validator breaks the rules, only their BNB stake gets slashed. Any delegated BNB is not affected. BNB is available on Binance, and I happen to have a full Binance tutorial as well as an exclusive 20% discount on trading fees. And you know where to go to get all that good stuff. The last proof-of-stake cryptocurrency needs no introduction, and that's Ethereum's ETH. Ethereum is currently in the process of transitioning from a proof-of-work consensus to a proof-of-stake consensus as part of Ethereum 2.0. Staking on Ethereum 2.0 began last winter, and over $12 billion worth of ETH is currently being staked by nearly 130,000 validators, even though the network isn't technically live yet. Staking rewards on Ethereum 2.0 range from 21% to 5% depending on the amount of ETH staked, and currently yields a return of roughly 7.5% per year. Running a validator on Ethereum 2.0 requires 32 ETH, which works out to about 100 grand. Delegating ETH is technically not possible, but you can stake ETH on the 2.0 blockchain using third parties like cryptocurrency exchanges. Now, this is not entirely ideal, as it adds an additional dimension of risk, and the commission these middlemen take is often quite high. More importantly, any ETH staked on Ethereum 2.0 could be locked up for a year or more. This is not ideal if you're planning on selling your ETH during this bull market. That said, this unlock period seems to have changed. Ethereum developers recently opted to fast-track the docking process, wherein Ethereum turns into a proof-of-stake blockchain, to this fall. While the details are still being hammered out, it appears that it will be possible to unlock the ETH staked on Ethereum 2.0 at that time. If you'd rather not take your chances with this timeline, then there are ways to stake ETH on 2.0 and still have access to the underlying capital in the event that you want to sell. One platform that lets you create this tokenized staked ETH is Anchor, which will give you AETH when you stake regular ETH in their web app using MetaMask. You can then trade this AETH on decentralized exchanges like Uniswap for real ETH, or hold on to it until ETH 2.0 transfers become available. At that point, you'll be able to redeem that AETH for real ETH. This would be a pretty sweet deal were it not for the fact that AETH has been trading well below the price of ETH since it became available in December, and the trading volume is also extremely low. However, if you're insanely bullish on ETH and think the devs can dock Ethereum to 2.0 before the bull market is over, you could buy up all that cheap AETH and make bank redeeming that for real ETH later on. Not financial advice, just a crazy idea. And there you have it, folks, my top 5 cryptocurrencies for staking in 2021. Now, this list might come as a surprise to some of you, but I'll reiterate that raw staking rewards alone were not the only criterion I used to pick these cryptos. After all, the high annual percentage returns you see for staking in many DeFi protocols and even some proof-of-stake blockchains are not sustainable and even misleading. Take stablecoin staking, for example. I have yet to see any stablecoin staking apps or dApps factor in inflation as part of their annualized return calculations. This is probably because they'd be reduced by as much as 10% when they account for how much money the Fed has been printing. Similarly, the high rewards you see on many proof-of-stake blockchains are paid for using insane amounts of inflation. This might be good for the minority of people who are staking that crypto, but without enough demand, this constant flood of new supply can seriously suppress the price potential of that coin or token. What's the point in a 50% staking reward when the cryptocurrency being staked is actively losing value? The one thing that Polygon, Terra, Polkadot, the Binance Smart Chain, and Ethereum have in common is that they are all built to last. Yes, their staking rewards are not the highest out there, and yes, they may have higher barriers to entry and less than optimal staking conditions. However, all 5 of them have real value and are likely to see a lot of growth before this bull market ends. When you combine this price appreciation with their staking returns, these 5 cryptocurrencies offer the best balance of risk and reward that you can get for cryptocurrency staking in 2021. Now, this is all up for debate, of course, which is why I want to hear from you. Which cryptocurrencies are you staking? And which do you think offers the best bang for your buck? Drop your comments below, and while you're down there, don't forget to give that like button a flick and that subscribe button a click. YouTube isn't the only place I hang around either. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok, where I share my thoughts, do bi-weekly AMAs, and have Macy follow me around while I post dank memes. I even have a Telegram channel that's growing by the day, and I reckon that has to do with all of the daily crypto market updates that I give. I even give you tips about smaller altcoins on my radar. If you want to see what I've got stashed in my own cryptocurrency portfolio, my weekly newsletter is where you'll find that information. It comes packed with the tips and tricks you need to make the most of this bull market. If you're wondering how I make my cash, you probably don't know about my merch stash. I've got dozens of nifty shirts and hoodies that will make you look like a real crypto king or queen. You can find those along with my socials, Telegram, and weekly newsletter using the links in the description. That's my 2 cents for today, folks. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in a day or so. Cheerio.